If you've eaten something poisonous, throwing up can be a lifesaver. And we humans eject the contents of our stomachs pretty frequently, but most of us haven't inadvertently poisoned ourselves. Instead, we have the flu, or we're pregnant, or car sick, or stricken with stage fright. Why do we vomit so much? Welcome to Whoa. Okay, never mind. Moving on. In the back of humans' brains, we have what's basically a vomit control center, whose sole job it is to try to figure out whether we've ingested something that we should, uningest. That vomit control center uses a few different streams of information to make its decision, but none of those sources are perfectly reliable. The first source of vomit decision info comes from the blood. The idea is that if you've eaten or drunk something toxic, nasty stuff will quickly diffuse from your stomach into your bloodstream. So specialized cells in the vomit center are constantly sampling nearby capillaries. If they detect high levels of toxins or pathogens in your blood, the vomit center will initiate an effort to rid you of the poison. But there are lots of ways into your bloodstream. So things like chemotherapy medicine and certain viruses can end up in your blood without ever going into your stomach. In those cases, you might end up vomiting, even though that doesn't do anything to eliminate the problem. Your vomit control center also monitors your nausea level. When you're in a situation that might be dangerous, like if you're eating something that doesn't smell quite right, or munching on magic mushrooms, your nervous system sends out waves of nausea. Usually that's uncomfortable enough to make you stop doing the risky thing. Though if your nausea level gets high enough, your vomit control center will purge your stomach contents to undo any damage. But there are all sorts of non-food related situations that your body senses as maybe risky, like driving on a windy mountain road or getting ready to give a presentation, which can also induce nausea, and therefore a vomiting spell as well. The final source of info your vomit control center uses is the state of your stomach. A nerve that directly connects your gut to your brain sends information about how full your stomach is. If you've eaten way too much or have some weird blockage, your stomach sends an alarm signal and your vomit control center tries to relieve that pressure by vomiting to save your digestive system from permanent damage. But the hormones produced by newly pregnant people can sometimes hijack that nerve, causing it to send out messages that the stomach is too full, no matter how much is actually in the stomach. The vomit control center smashes that puke button anyway, and because the pregnancy hormones aren't from food, and so are still there after vomiting, it often does it over and over and over and over again. Perhaps we should be glad our vomit control centers have a safety-first attitude. After all, it probably helped save our ancestors from extinction. But in the modern world, we're confronting our bodies and brains with all sorts of new experiences that they're not all that well prepared for. As a result, our vomit centers are going to be seeing more action than ever. Welcome to the future. Bring your barf bag. Oh, gross. This video was sponsored by Fabulous, the self-care app that helps you achieve your goals. Just thinking about making life changes can be enough to make you nauseous. Every year, 80% of New Year's resolutions get abandoned in just the first 2 months. But the Fabulous app uses proven methods from behavioral science research to teach you how to make long-lasting changes to your daily routine, and provides coaching to guide you along the way. I use Fabulous to improve my sleep schedule, which got pretty shaky over the last year or so. In addition to little steps to get started, like no social media before bed for 3 nights this week, it also shows me the roadmap I'm going to follow all the way to my goal, and even gives me short challenges to keep me motivated along the way. If you want to develop better habits, you can download the app using the link in the description box. The first 100 people who click on the link will get 25% off a Fabulous subscription. Thanks, Fabulous.